Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Bayern Munich versus Manchester United. Um, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened because that scoreboard was not representative of the actual game. The actual game was very, very different. This could have been a complete like history in the making of Manchester United getting their asses whooped. But it also could have been a very unexpected surprise and victory for Manchester United because for much of right after the Harry Kane goal, up until the first Casemiro goal, Bayern Munich they were just traipsing. They were just, it was like a practice session. They were just running up and down the field at will, especially through the flanks. And somehow it was almost like they took it easy on Manchester United, and Manchester United I think got off easy, but also they allowed Manchester United to come back into the game with two Casemiro goals that shouldn't have happened. It seems so weird that the way they scored that goal, because I thought it was a really good gameplay from Manchester United with Bruno Fernandes, Rashford for the little flick to Martial, and of course, I don't expect Martial to do anything. It just happened to land to Casemiro, and Casemiro just stepping over the ball. And I think Casemiro being the player that he is, his reaction time was spot on. I think Upamecano should have done a better job at spotting the ball, being aware where the ball was at, and scoring that goal. And then the other one, the free kick that just came off of like nowhere, it was too easy for them to score. And I didn't think Bayern Munich. They did a bad job at defending. They did a bad job at keeping Manchester United from scoring another goal. That this should have been an easy 4-1. That's it. It should have been an easy 4-1, and it could have been more. I think if there was much more time to be played, I think they could have scored a 5 or a 6-1. I'm telling you, like Manchester United had no business to be in this game. They were just there because obviously they qualified. You just saw. Like when I saw the substitutions and you see, players like Matthias Tell come in, Muller coming in, Coleman coming in, Choupo-Moting coming in, and then you see the only one that I could justify that was a good substitution is Garnacho, and maybe he should have came in a little bit earlier. But then you have Martial, come on, Martial coming in, and who else came in? McTominay coming in. It's like, come on, like you could just see the difference between both teams. Who's the better team. So they're not contenders, definitely not contenders. But I will say that I wasn't completely sold on the idea that they're gonna face Bayern and they're gonna get completely demolished by Bayern Munich. I didn't think that was gonna happen because it's the Champions League. It's a different tournament. And I think we've all known, like from past events, past tournaments, that you could be doing well in your league, and you go play the Champions League and nothing happens, or vice versa. You're playing the Champions League and you go back to your league and you're playing really well in the Champions League, and then you're playing like shit, in the EPL or La Liga or whatever. So I was kind of hoping that they were going to step up to that, that emblem was going to shine, and they were going to play better. They're going to have a better performance, and I think they did. The first they almost scored. Who was it? Ericsson almost scored in the fourth minute. I think it was fourth minute, and they were attacking. They were controlling maybe 10 minutes of the game, and it seemed like it was going to be a really good game. It seemed like it was going to be well balanced, but that didn't last long, of course. And Ericsson, speaking of Ericsson, man, he had a bad game, and then the handball. I don't think anyone is arguing that. I hope nobody. I didn't read any comments. I didn't see anything on Twitter, but I'm sure some people are saying that was a handball. Like he pretty much lifted his arm. What do you want? I expected a little bit more from Rashford. Like I said, the last game that he played against Brighton in the first half, I was expecting that kind of Rashford. But I did say Rashford doesn't, he doesn't bring this consistency every game. Pellistri, I did read a comment before that said that Ten Hag said that Alphonso Davies is not a great defender or something, or not a good defender, that Pellistri is going to be able to match him with his dribbling. And man, Pellistri didn't do much. Let's go with that. And Alphonso Davies pretty much did what he wanted on that left flank. Yeah, pretty much had a field day in that left flank. The only thing I would say about Davies is that sometimes he's trying to dribble too much, especially from the back going towards the middle. And that's just like insane to do. That's like criminal, man. Like you're risking. He almost got dispossessed, and I think he sometimes lost the ball, but they were able to gain back the ball right after he lost the ball. But it just seems he reminds me of Cancelo when he was in Manchester City, the last couple of games that he played, and why he went to Bayern Munich, because he wasn't listening to what Pep wanted him to do. And I love both these players. I think they're one of the best wingbacks in the world. So yeah, so stuff like that I don't understand why. I understand the hunger to want to, like, and that's his style of play for Davies, to do that. But sometimes, man, he seems like he's a liability when he does stuff like that. But still, overall, really good player. Sane's another one that I thought he played really well in this game, and I hope he continues in this level. I feel like he's kind of finding his footing finally. And just he's being more smart about just not running for the sake of running, and he's doing well when it comes to shifting to the left, change of pace is another thing that he's been doing really well. He's so quick and he knows exactly when to do that thing that I feel Saka doesn't have, and I don't know why people praise him. I mean, I get it, he's a great player, but that I see Sane do a little bit better. That change of pace of knowing when to cut inside. Saka is just very predictable. It's like you could almost like 1 2 3, yeah, like little 1 2 3 step, and then he cuts in, and it's I mean, you could see it a mile away. With Sane, you don't know because he's also going to take it down the line. He just doesn't cut in. So really good. Musiala was another one I thought had a really good game. Really nice. He made like a couple of good runs, especially the one for the goal, setting up Gnabry. So yeah, I definitely like that. Oh, and Onana with the mistake with the goal. I'm not a fan of Onana, but that happens. I don't think because of that you're gonna condemn the guy and it's his fault. I did see the interview where he said after that it set the tone for how Bayern started playing. I don't think it's that. I think that it was either gonna be that or something else that we're gonna at some point Bayern was gonna just take over the game, in my opinion. But yeah, you can't have that. And after that, he kind of redeemed himself in the second half. He made some really good saves. So, it's just, I will say again, like De Gea should have stayed, but that's coming from someone that I've only seen De Gea play one season, which he played phenomenal. And I think he's the reason why Manchester United reached third place. The same thing with Kepa, letting Kepa leave. But I just seen him play that one season, like really committed to seeing him play that one season. So, I understand after so many seasons, and there were seasons that both these goalkeepers weren't playing well. So I understand it was time to let him go, to let both of them go. But the way people praise Onana is just, I think it's ridiculous. I think he's really good, like I said before, with his feet. But and he's a good goalkeeper. But yeah, stuff like that's like, yikes. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. And this whole thing about Chelsea wanted him and Manchester United want him, it goes to show. And I don't think that's going to be the only time that he's going to do something like that. I think he's going to be, I'm hoping he's going to be a good asset, and he seems like he is so far. Just because of that one mishap doesn't mean he's like he's a bad goalkeeper and like, oh my god, like we're regretting our decisions to sign this guy. No, I don't think so. So yeah, overall a good game. Really enjoyed it, and looking forward to see both these teams. I'm trying to watch more of Bayern, but it's kind of difficult right now. Haven't got the time to do that. But anyways, thanks for watching as always, and that's it. That's all I want to talk about. All right, cheers.